Hello everybody. Welcome back to another Toonkind 12 FPS. My name is Blaze, and I am joined by the fantastic, wonderful, talented.
I reverse Uno that hit at you.
No!
Hello, my name. No, no you,
No, you!
no you.
You!
But anyways, my name is Deedee Flowers, also known as Deedee, and I'll be playing Jeanette. And also, Blaze is also wonderful and amazing, and you should accept that, Blaze.
You are wonderful, amazing, and talented, and a good writer, and I shall be playing Pepper today. And these two nobodies have had a time. They've had one hell of an evening, part of which was spent hiding in a suit of armor, and then in Pepper's room, and then having to stop Camilla from going on a rampage. And thanks to Jeanette, that didn't happen.
Yeah, they've had a time, TM.
Mm-hmm.
They've had such a time, the
Yeah,
darlings.
yeah, but eventually Camilla did go back to her hotel, so it was safe to, apparently the yelling stopped over the standy speaky. Like I said, Camilla went to her hotel, and it seemed calm. Did Jeanette get any sleep at all?
Oh, gee. Let's find out. I don't know if that would be like a wisdom save or
Probably a wisdom save. I'm guessing I'm gonna make one
uh
for Pepper too. I'm just gonna keep using the button dice
oh,
roller.
guess. Oh, darling. She got a 3. A
Oh,
3 plus 3.
well, Pepper
Uh
got a 6 plus 3, so I'm just gonna put
so neither of them are doing okay. They've had a time.
yeah, they still probably, well, at least Pepper wakes up usual early mornings, but she's tired. She's
Yeah.
she's groggy. She gets up and probably puts everything on backwards at first, and halfway through putting her boots on backwards, she realizes, wait, that doesn't work.
I'm just going to roll a quick deception like,
Ew.
"Oh, 14."
Oh, there you go.
So, that's a 15 there. So,
Nice.
she, like, Jeanette at least looks put together. She definitely isn't, but.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, I'll make one for Pepper too. See if she can look. See how convincing she can. Okay. Okay. So yeah, she looks fine, I guess.
These
Oh.
two little nobodies pretending everything is fine when they are not. I
Mhm.
shake them.
They have practice. It's fine.
Uh,
Don't worry about it. So.
yeah, they sure freaking have.
Mhm. Jeanette probably has like a very tiny knock on her door in the morning, because Pepper's gonna think Jeanette gets up early, extra early like she does, but it's not gonna assume and knock loud, and it's her room. She's not just gonna come in. So there's a tiny little knock and a soft. Jeanette, are you up yet?
Yes, I am up. One moment.
Oh,
You
okay.
hear a little. You hear a little pitter patter towards the door, and she's opening up the door, and she's smiling. And oh, wait. Uh, I might need to roll. I or the player realized that I don't know. I didn't roll to see if she covered up her little mark. So
Ah.
yeah. So the disguise kit. Where are you? I believe that's just another. Oh yeah, that's just a +1. Oh, that's an 8. So I'm gonna say
Oh.
she doesn't. She doesn't. She's just
Oh.
she's sleepy tired.
Yeah. Sleepy tired. She's too busy looking like everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's like, oh, oh, hey there, Jeanette. Hey there, Pepper. How can I help you?
Oh, uh, well, it's not so much help, I suppose, but since it's early morning and all, and after everything that happened last night, I was wondering if maybe, well, do you like coffee or tea or, cause I was thinking maybe we could go get some or something maybe this morning.
Do you mean like in the kitchen or outside of the castle?
Well, I actually hadn't thought that far ahead. But I guess maybe outside of the estate. I mean, we can go to the kitchen, but I mean, after everything, if you maybe want to be outside of the estate for a little bit, I can understand that because it was kind of a lot and maybe like a little montage walk or something and a bit of fresh air might be good too and just getting to be outside or something. And I have money for coffee and everything. If you're worried about that, you don't have to worry about paying or nothing.
Worried about money, but I'm fine with doing whatever you would like to do.
Oh, that's kind of you. Would you like to maybe we get and go get yeah.
Hey, do you want to roll, um, maybe insight on Jeanette,
Oh yeah.
just for funsies?
Gets an 11. Where's your insight? So that's 14.
Okay, yeah, I. It was a 10. She desperately wants to get out of this place.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, Pepper's nodding hurriedly, and she's like, "Yeah, there's at least, I mean, in the town, there's at least like I think there's like three different coffee places we can go to. It's, I mean, it's not a big town or nothing, but it's got we've yeah, there's definitely you can even pick which one. There's even one that has these like little breakfast pastries, and we can go have a coffee and oh we could have a whole coffee and breakfast just out in the town if you like.
Oh,
Oh, what was that?
I said, I think I would like that. Let's go.
Oh, oh, right, yeah, let's go. Let's I mean, it's just a normal morning breakfast and all, but if you like, I mean, and you don't got or nothing, but if you want to hold my hand, well, then you wouldn't have to get lost or nothing, and not that I'd let you get lost or nothing, but she just like fumbles from it and just kind of like holds out her hand a little bit.
Jeanette grabs her hand, is like, I would not let you get lost either.
Oh, that's just right, perfect. And then neither of us will get lost, and we're just gonna go both have coffee. We're both gonna have breakfast.
Yes, we are.
And there's just like this little montage of them just like quickly heading out and going through the gardens and slowing down as you get to town because it's still like super early, so not many places are open yet. But there's still like the few breakfast places and whatnot that are open for those who have to go to work early because not all jobs are 9 to 5, and there's got to be somewhere open to get breakfast at when you're in a hurry. And so
Mm-hmm. There's a there's a nice little coffee shop around here somewhere.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they montage over to one of them, and Jeanette asks, what Jeanette. Pepper asks Jeanette what she thinks of this one, and it's well, actually, do you want to roll just perception on it?
Sure can. Perception, you said?
Yeah, just like get a look at it, get vibes.
Oh. That's a 5.
Oh
She's very sleepy.
no, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it looks like a nice coffee shop. You could definitely smell the coffee in the air. It's just like, there's coffee here, and they've got little pastries in the window and a few little like tables and chairs and whatnot. And yeah,
I think Jeanette is just really happy to be outside. Like she doesn't know what's going on right now, but she's glad we're outside.
that's
And she's
fair.
just gonna turn to Pepper like, "Do you like this place?"
Yeah, I've been here a few times myself, and they definitely have they've got a couple of coffee types of coffee actually, so you can even pick, which is quite nice.
Trust your judgment. Let's go here.
All right then, and I guess they both shuffle in, and there's
Yeah.
not much in the way of a line. They get to go up to the counter and like place their order and everything, and there's one of those like displays where you can see like all the pastries in it and whatnot for you to pick from. And does Jeanette order a pastry too?
Hmm. Well, so just is there anything spicy? Like, not to put you on the spot or anything, but like,
Probably not because it's mostly like breakfast stuff. So it's like I'm imagining
hmm.
like different croissants and puff pastries and stuff like that. So actually, I'll make a quick roll. Let's see. Is there anything?
She's a spicy lady, so
That's fair.
she's
That's a 7. Oh, there's probably some pepper cookies. I don't know if you've ever heard of
oh
them before. It's pepper in the salt and pepper sense, but
ah.
yeah, it's like more of a cracked pepper than jalapeno pepper. So
I think just the name alone would draw Jeanette's attention. It's like, oh, did you make these? Do you know what they are about?
what? Oh,
Bah.
oh, they're called pepper cookies. No, I see. No, I don't think I know these myself, but I think they're a cookie that's made with like a cracked pepper. So probably not much in the way of heat, but definitely more of a savory cookie. I mean, maybe it's got some heat to it. I don't think, I think I'll get one of those along with my pastry because I think that's just fun. I get to have a treat that has my name in it. That's not every day that gets to
Agree.
happen.
No, it is not. I would be surprised if I found a Jeanette cookie. I
Huh.
think I will have one as well.
All right, then let's put our order in. Then, did you want to have a seat inside, or would you like to sit in one of the places outside?
Okay. I, the player, am wondering, are there plants outside? Because if there are, yes, absolutely outside. Or
That
anywhere there are plants.
that's fair. There's probably plants outside because usually places like this they've got the little like little display plants and whatnot. So there's actually probably a few like inside and outside. So
Hmm.
Jeanette can
Okay.
probably pick either way. Yeah.
Okay, the player, I'm realizing something. Jeanette is just gonna turn to Pepper's like, which place would you like to sit?
Um. Hmm. Uh, she thinks for a moment. I'm gonna roll a d4, otherwise I don't think. Okay, a 1. She's like, well, oh, I know. What if we sit inside, but we sit next to that big window there? Because then we can have a little bit of the outside while we're still inside.
I like that idea.
And they go over and they take the seat near the window, and it's probably got one of those little box planters on the outside, so you get to see all these
Hmm.
like little flowers in the just outside, along with your view.
Hmm. It's just so cute.
It is. And they sit for a little minute, and they get brought their little coffees and little plate of pastries and the little cookies. And these aren't like, the little cookies, but they're like, those big cookies that, you either break up or you pick up with two hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those because otherwise it's not a breakfast cookie if it's just, the size of an Oreo or something. That's a little
Yeah.
cookie. That's not a breakfast cookie.
It's it's gotta be bigger than your face. I am.
Exactly. Especially when you're a nobody.
I'm gonna try do something real quick.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 2. So I just rolled hammer space. Jeanette, am I gonna roll deception too? Yeah, I'm gonna try and roll deception too.
Okay.
Uh, oh, that's a d20. I don't need to roll that. There we go. That's a 12. So I don't know, like, if that passes Pepper's passive perception or not, but
It does not.
Okay, so she
unfortunately.
doesn't see like Jeanette take a little thing of Tabasco sauce from from her back hammer space and just kind of douse a little bit into her coffee.
Yeah. No, she absolutely sees that her passive perception is higher than a 12, so.
Yeah, so she sees this. She sees Jeanette do that.
Jeanette, Pepper just like blinks. She like looks to probably like little packets of like creamer and sugar on the side, and she's just like, well, I mean, that's fair. They don't have none of that on the little side caddy here. She like
Do
takes
not.
sugar
I.
packets and just like puts the sugar into her coffee. Go ahead, go ahead.
She's a spicy lady.
That's fair. It's fair. It's adorable as anything. I'm assuming they have a few bites and sips of coffee before they get to chatting,
Yeah.
and after a little
God.
bit, Pepper's gonna look at Jeanette and fiddle her hands a little bit and just be like, Jeanette, I was just wondering if I might ask, how you doing? If you're doing all right?
Oh yes, I am fine.
Mm. Cause you know it's all right if you're not. It's been a right time with everything going on and me even remembering stuff that I'd plumb forgotten about because Sir Johann's kindness. It's been a right mess of a couple of days.
Hmm. Let me just gonna roll a quick deception real quick because she's
Mhm.
oh 15. Oh dang it. Uh,
Mm,
do you want to roll an insight against that or like?
it doesn't beat her passive.
That's fair.
I can still roll inside if you want though.
I mean, if you want to, like, just like to see if like you notice that like she's like trying to, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
bury her feelings a little bit.
That's fair. Come on. Oh, Pepper, sweetie, your passive is high. Perception is higher than this.
Oh no,
Whoa.
honey.
She probably, I guess maybe she just knows something's up, but she doesn't know what. Like she doesn't get any extra read or something.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what? Something I probably should have been doing earlier because her she just is kind of like exhausted. Maybe,
Mm-hmm.
like I think I should just roll that on like deception on its disadvantage because like
Okay, it's up to you. Yeah, yeah,
just gonna.
yeah. Mm.
Well, that's a 1.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna take a quick little picture of that. But I feel like what happened is like Jeanette's like little smile just kind of is like, kind of in place. She's in like customer service mode, but
Mm-hmm.
you definitely see how forced it is. Like,
Mm.
and it just kind of like the smile gets strained and it cracks, and it's
Mm.
she's definitely like not okay, but
Mm.
like does not want to think about that right now. No, thank you.
Mm. That's fair.
And I think
Oh, that's a
I think
pretty
she also
dice.
was like,
Oh.
it's like, honestly, I am fine. I am fine. It has been trying, but it will be all right. I will admit I am more worried about you right now.
About me? What? Why about me? What?
Hmm. You hmm. I the player don't know how to word this, but
That's okay. You can take a second if you want to think
give
about the
me a
wording. Yeah.
yeah. I think Jeanette's just gonna take a sip of her coffee because she's not sure how she wants to word this because
Mm.
she is polite being, and none of these questions she wants to ask are polite or
Mm.
like
Mhm.
professional.
Yeah.
Takes a sip of like Tabasco coffee.
Tabasco coffee. Tabasco
Takes a
always
deep
makes
breath and is
things
like,
taste like taco, so it's now taco coffee.
now you're getting it.
Go
And she just kind of takes a deep breath and is like, Pepper, when this event is over, I will probably be returning back to No Man's. What? Are you planning on returning as well?
Pepper blinks in surprise at this. Like, she wasn't. Like, you could just have this because she's not trying to hide it. Like, she was not expecting that question. And. Gonna roll. Let's see. Okay, that's a 7. So she reaches behind herself into her hammer space and takes out a notebook. And do you want to roll a quick history?
Absolutely. History's just a +1. Oh, yo, it's a 19.
A 19. Nice, nice, nice. You immediately recognize it then. It's the notebook Johann gave her on the first day. Or no, the
Ah.
second day. Second day she got the notebook. So, wait, what? Oh, you put that in the peanut gallery.
Oh. Hang on.
Down here, down here.
Oh, no. Yeah, but the dirty
That's
20
okay.
goes here.
Yeah, there we go. In contrast to the nat 1, there we go. Much better. I've, you remember when Sir Clarstein gave me this? It said me to fill it out as I was remembering stuff and to help me keep my my memories straight on things as I remembered them. And well, before I answer your question, one thing I definitely remember. I know I said the other day I was created after the revolution, but that was a lie. I mean, it wasn't an intentional one, but it was still a lie, and I'm so sorry about that. But I'm not. I was created before that. I didn't right remember. And now I do. But, well, better anyway. But I.
I think if
mm,
yeah, go.
no, go.
I was gonna say I think if Pepper lets her, Jeanette's is gonna like kind of put a hand on like Pepper's hand. Is like, you were misinformed. That is not a lie. You have nothing to be sorry for.
Jeanette, you see her give you like this weak little smile. Like she's so reassured by that because it's just like she doesn't mean to lie. It's like she just didn't know, and it's like, oh, that just makes her feel better because she was meaning to apologize for that. And she's like, at first I maybe thought that maybe I would return to No Man's, but I've I've been here for a good handful of years now, and I just there's still some things I'm trying to remember. It's all a bit of a jumble. It's like, when you get everything at once and it's all this paperwork in front of you and you gotta sort through it all to find it all and everything, and you don't know what you got until you do. And but um I'm not sure. I've I worked here for so many years now, and I know I could leave. I don't rightly think they'd stop me. I stayed on because I asked to keep working, not because of anything they said. And I know I said it was bad, and I said it was worse, and I wasn't fibbing about that, though nothing and none on what they did to me or others. She like looks into her coffee sadly, and she's just like, I forgot he had that stamp of his, and I do remember he never used it on no one or nothing, and Flora was always there, but I think someone was supposed to say something because I know No Man's never would have well, I assume No Man's wouldn't have sent no bodies out here if they knew about it, and then everybody forgot about it, and I forgot about it,
Hey, uh,
mhm,
hey, Blaze.
mhm,
Do you want to roll another insight?
yo,
Not, I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt,
oh
but like,
shit,
oh
that's a
boy.
19.
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. It's the second you Pepper mentions the stamp.
Mhm,
Jeanette, Jeanette kind of freezes. Her little hands, like clenched around her coffee cup, kind of tighten. And she's
mm,
still like, she's always got that little customer service smile on her face. And, but it's like, it's definitely like slightly fallen.
mhm,
And she's just looking down at her cup too, kind of trembling a bit as soon as the stamp is mentioned. And
mm,
like, and when you say like it, like No Man's would probably not have let anything happen, something like that happen.
yeah.
They wouldn't have sent you out there. It's like, oh, her smile falls even more.
Mm. Well, it's like I'm assuming. I'm looking over at Fable in chat. I'm assuming
Yeah.
No Man's likely wouldn't have sent somebody out if they'd known that the person they
No,
had
no,
there
that's
had that.
absolute no, no, that's very fair. But like, she's got feet. Like,
Fable, why did you say the
I feel
smiley
like with
face?
the
That's
dirty
not an
talk.
answer. Fable. Okay, never mind then. Oh, after the revolution, most
Yeah.
definitely not, and that was in the past year. And so if he had it before then, that would have okay.
Listen,
Okay, so
that's
dependent.
exactly what. Yeah, that's the thing. Like after the revolution, like sure, but Jeanette was around before the revolution, and
Mm.
she's I think Pepper can put with that 19. Pepper can put two and two together that she's had personal experience, and like with what's happened before, she's had personal experience with getting an X marked
Mhm.
on her little sign, and
Mm.
how and you could also probably put two and two together that this happened in No Man's by other nobodies. Oh.
Is suddenly looking very concerned and is just seemingly forgetting whatever it was she was talking about, and just like lets go of her coffee and is now probably holding Jeanette's hand if she lets her, and is just like, I, I'm starting to wait a minute. I'm starting to feel like I'm safer here than if I go back to No Man's. What in the plum gosh darn is happening over there? Oh,
I'm just gonna make another. Okay, it's a whiz save. That's a 15. She kind of like just startles like, I apologize. I did not mean to frighten you. Um, it is safer at No Man's. I just I'm sorry. I did not mean to make this about me. You were talking.
well, I mean, I, I was, I'm not, oh. Pepper just like fumbles a moment. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water.
Oh,
I
I
just had
think
to.
Jeanette seeing Pepper Fun was like, oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to upset you. I wasn't. I apologize. That was not what I wanted to. That wasn't what I wanted to do.
It's okay. I didn't mean to frighten you or make you think of bad stuff that's happened to you neither. I just, oh stars above. I don't rightly know what to do. I mean, part of me wishes that like last night just didn't happen. Like just just make it all go away somehow. Like I know that's not possible or nothing, but imagine that if it just all just didn't happen. If everybody just well, all going so well for a minute there too, and you did the whole thing with the lights and Klarstein with the spotlight and the colors, and I just looked like something straight out of a movie, I think, or a storybook, and then
It did look a lot like a movie. That's where I got the idea from.
I think some I think that's well, you have some great ideas, Jeanette, between all the dresses you make and the helping that scene look like a movie. And
Well, think you have really good ideas too, Pepper.
I don't know
I
about that. I'm sitting here thinking about how the best way to fix things is for have things not to happen, but you can't just unhappen things. I don't know rightly how to put that, but I hope that makes sense. I'm probably just being right confusing right now.
wipe the slate clean,
Yeah, I
I
like
think is
that.
the phrase. Hmm.
She gives a nod. It's
Hmm.
like just just everybody just forgot. Just make it like last night never. I mean, we're not dealing with nobodies. It's not exactly possible, but just wipe it clear from everybody. Just forget.
Hey, can I roll an insight on that? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
hmm. That's some very specific wording, Blaze.
Mm,
That's a 12.
a 12.
Yeah.
It's with a 12. Pepper just looks like she's grasping at straws. Like you were talking about nobody stuff, and that's the closest thing she can think of, and she knows there's nothing she can really do, and it's just like,
Hmm.
ugh.
Well, I can see the appeal of wiping the slate clean, but if we did that, we would not have met,
Well,
and I would regret that not happening.
you're right. I mean, no, that's. She shakes her head and looks down at her notebook. Um, not all the stuff I'm remembering's nice. There's ups and downs, and stuff how all things are. But I I prefer having it all back, even if it means remembering some not nice stuff too. And I definitely don't want to forget meeting you and Sir Johan and even Guy for all the trouble he's caused, and Camilla and just I know maybe just last night or something. Just no. Ah,
Last night was last night was scary.
it was scary. Of all the things to. Ugh.
I
I wouldn't mind forgetting having to hide in a suit of armor, and I'm quite sure Camilla wouldn't like to remember that either. Oh, what do I know though?
hmm,
I don't know nothing about her, no more than she likely knows anything about me.
hmm. I think she was scared. I think she was very scared. And it sometimes I have known other no I've known some nobodies who when they are scared, they get angry because it is easier or safer to be angry than it is to be afraid. Or at least that is how they explained it to me, if that makes sense.
Pepper definitely does. She's like, well, it makes a whole lot of sense considering she was scared enough to try and cause harm to somebody. I don't even know who she was gonna go after, but
Mm,
harm never helped nobody, and well, I guess we were both there. She wasn't after either of us, but still, whomever it was, I mean,
I think she wanted to kill Charcoal.
oh, oh, oh.
Well, maybe not kill. Perhaps maim or
I'm,
dismember.
I mean, maybe she is a black mom and he a fae, so that does rightly make sense, unfortunately.
Mm. I'm glad we were able to stop her. I think, well, I cannot know what another person is thinking, but I have a feeling she would have regretted that.
Pepper gives a
Or perhaps
smile.
not.
Well, I I think you're right, because I mean, if she wouldn't have regretted it, I don't think she would have changed her mind after just counting to 10 as you asked her to do. She would have just gone on with it.
Hmm.
Or at least that's my guess anyway. I'm still so glad you caught her and then uh,
Yes, I have had practice.
that that is both concerning and reassuring, if I might say so.
Uh, uh, I apologize. I did not mean to make that sound. Um, that I apologize. That I just meant to say remember when I told you that I knew of a nobody or other nobodies who, when they were scared, they got angry.
She
Well, counting to 10 helped then.
oh, that's that's good. I'm glad it did. It's a right peaceful way of helping take care of things and whatnot.
Yes, I find it helped. Hey, hey. Uh, do you want to roll another insight?
Yes. Oh, let's see. Boop. Oof, that's not as good.
Yeah,
That's
she
I
just
think that's
seems the same as she is.
oh.
I suppose. I suppose I just wanted to know what I said earlier. I suppose I just wanted to make sure you felt safe. And if you did not feel safe, would you be willing to go someplace you do feel safe?
That's it's um it's probably gonna seem dumb coming from me, even especially after last night. But I mean, it's she kind of like taps the notebook a little bit with some of the stuff I've been remembering. Even with the good and bad here and things happening, it's just if I did feel unsafe, I think I would go back to No Man's. I don't rightly know what I do there. I've worked here for I think at least I think maybe 5 years. The silly thing is, I know I could call No Man's up and just ask them, but it's been kind of nice just trying to remember on my own rather than opening up a file and probably read something that sounds like somebody else instead of me, but is me and stuff I should know. It's just I don't know, but it feels so weird thinking about going back there when you've worked somewhere for 5 years. I mean,
This is what you know.
it
This is
is.
what is familiar.
It is. And I mean,
I
for all her hooting and hollering and as loud as the Lord gets, neither of them have ever hurt me. And much like Guy said she did with him, she always stood in the way of anything that wanted to come at me. Guests get right uppity sometimes and have
what
opinions and
about
things. Hmm?
what about has Lord Briar ever hurt you?
Da, 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 da. Where's do do do? Pepper. That's a 5. Uh, that
Oh
was
no.
that was just a history roll though, so
Oh.
because she's still remembering
Hmm.
things and whatnot. Um,
That's fair.
I mean, he's yelled sometimes, as you've seen him do. He gets angry, but he's I don't remember him ever trying to strike me or nothing. I don't
He's
remember him
never.
ever. Hmm?
No, no, you go ahead.
He he never. Well, I mean, I guess it was quick as he. I don't even know when he got that stamp thing. Like, I'm still trying to think. Like, it's in my head. I know, but he had it, and no, I don't. I'm pretty sure I would have known if he had, and I definitely don't remember that. And well, I don't remember ever being next. Oh, stars, this is frustrating. She flips through the book a little bit and she's like, no, no,
Per- Perhaps, Pepper?
mm,
Per- would you like to count to 10?
you know, I
Sometimes
think.
it helps. Sorry.
No, you're fine. There's a lag issue here. God damn it.
Sometimes, even when you're not angry, it helps to clear your head.
Pepper nods and just like puts her hands in her lap and just like takes a breath and slowly counts to 10. Oh, I think that did help a little bit. Um, yeah, I mean, he's gotten angry and he's definitely thrown stuff before, kind of like Flora did last morning, but he never threw stuff at me specifically. It just, uh,
Hmm.
I think I'll give her another history roll. Hang on, see if she can remember something.
Okie doke.
That's a 2. Nope.
Oh, honey. They know it fair. They're
Yeah.
talking about some heavy stuff.
Yeah, and they're
And they're both
tired.
very sleepy.
Yeah.
They're both very
They're
sleepy.
very sleepy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just rolled an 8 for deception.
Oh
So,
no.
she's, so I think Pepper can definitely tell, Jeanette's a little bit worried that she doesn't know for sure,
Yeah.
cause that's a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Pepper's gonna
and I
squeeze her
think
hand. And then keep going.
I said, "Do you want to do another insight, or I could just give it to you because it's a low deception?" But
Yeah. I mean, I could do insight real quick.
well,
Oh, for 552
oh
nat 1.
no,
I think Pepper might be a little too
no,
lost in her own heavy stuff to realize what's
that's
going
fair.
on.
That's fair. I will give it to you though, Blaze, if
Oh,
you'd
thank
like.
you. Yeah. That's okay with you.
Uh, no, that's totally fine because this is good. Jeanette's kind of afraid of Lord Briar
Yeah, no, that's for. I mean,
because not just because like part of the because of the X, but also like a big tall guy who could like put the X on her mark.
mhm,
Kind of is very familiar with her, familiar to
mhm,
her. So
that's fair. I think Pepper's like squeezes her hand, and she's like, I don't know. I plumb just don't know. Like you said, it's what I know, but then I don't know. No man's doesn't exactly sound safe, and
it's better than it was before. It wasn't. I will admit it wasn't very safe, and it did get a lot, and did get much better. But a part of me wonders if I had, if that I, a part of me wonders if my life would have been different if I had left when I had the chance. If I hadn't stayed before the revolution. But then I would not have met you, and I would have been very sad about that.
Pepper manages a weak smile because she still seems very happy about that too, and she's just like, oh, it's just. Do you ever feel like there's something important and and like when you put down something on a post-it note and then you lose it and you got something important and it's important but you don't remember what it is? Uh,
Yes and no. I know what it's like to lose something important, but I still have the memories with me. I imagine it is very hard to not have the memories to guide you.
Pepper nods. I just I feel like I'm forgetting something important and I don't know how important it is. I don't know if it's just remembering to pick up something from the store or something, but it's I just honestly, actually, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill or something. Maybe it's even just an anthill for all I know. But just
Think so?
thinking about that
I
house all empty. It's only three of us there, and there used to be more. I remember that now, 100%. Absolutely, there were cooks in the kitchen. There was staff and everything, and there are other nobodies besides me, and now it's just me. But it didn't all happen at once, but that's how it is now. Well, unless you count security, I guess. Charcoal and whoever else, unless it's just charcoal, then I guess it's four technically.
I do not know why you lost your memories, but I would like to help you get them back.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much, and I think it's all. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're there. I just and they are all coming back. I'm gonna make. Oh, what would this even be a roll for? Um,
Like, is it a trying to regain your memories kind of role, or like a
something.
investigation? Or
Um, actually, I think it's a whiz save. Okay, that would be an 18. So 18. Okay. Okay, so um, nothing really happens because that's a good roll. So she probably just like gives Pepper's hand. Pepper gives Jeanette's hand another squeeze. uh, I mean, I guess there's. I mean, I do remember there's one way to get them back. I guess, but I mean, like all of them all at once. But oh, I, I oh oh hmm. Do
Pepper, is something wrong?
do you want to roll insight really quick?
Absolutely. Come on, sugar. That's an 11. I don't think
11. Mm,
it was an 11.
11. You could. She just looks like she's thinking about something. She just suddenly seems very lost in thought.
Pepper, have you thought of something?
Well, I was just thinking, like, like maybe. Oh, you know how we were helping Camilla last night with the guests and all that, cause Flora wasn't there, and how they're all murmuring and whatnot about how she seemed to pass out and everything, and oh, bunch of nosy gossips, not an ounce of concern, but care enough to babble about it. What if we just got them to 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 forget it all?
You mean forget the party or the events of what happened last night?
Just what happened last night.
Hmm. I suppose if we found out how your memories were taken, we could do the reverse. But
Exactly. And just and then one that and then well maybe I mean do well what if we just oh I don't really rightly think no yeah maybe just the guests.
well, are you sure that's the best course of action? You didn't seem to like losing your memories.
She stops and she thinks a moment. I I'm gonna make her another we save I think at that. That's a 12 so she just kind of hangs her head. No, oh stars. I'm sorry. I think I got excited over a bad idea. No, you're right.
Be
It's
sorry. There are Don't be sorry. There's no such thing as a bad idea. I just was genuinely curious, I suppose.
She gives a nod. I honestly don't even know if it would work or what it would do. The thought just came to me out of nowhere, as, thoughts do sometimes. I thought if I could forget, then maybe all those nosy busybodies would forget, and I'm sure the whole town knows what happened last night. If not already, then by the time lunch rolls around, that's for sure, if not after breakfast.
Well, I think I, the player, feel a bit guilty for dismissing Pepper's plan, and I did think so does Jeanette. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, we should not dismiss it, so we don't have to dismiss it just like that. We could definitely explore it as an option.
She gives a small nod. I just, I just plumb don't know what else to do. How do you fix gossip? There's no way to fix gossip. It's like taking a pillow of feathers and having it just explode on you. There's just feathers everywhere, and you go all night and day, and you still can't get them all up. Weeks later, there's still feathers. You don't know where they're coming from. You think a chicken got loose. There's no chicken. There's just feathers.
You just ignore them.
She gives like a small laugh at that and gives Jeanette's hand a small squeeze, and she's just, I just, how else do we fix it? After
Hmm.
everything that happened last night, and Lord Briar
I
being all scary, and everything that happened to Flora, and then at least the guests were, well, most of the guests were missed. Sir Johann and Camilla were guests, and they rightly got mixed up in it too, so stars, I'm
they
surprised
can help
nobody else
us.
noticed.
Perhaps they can help us. I mean, I do not know much about uh the player forgets the word for not royalty, but like
I believe Johann,
hierarchy.
uh, hi- uh, I mean, it's kind of royalty. Johann is Sir Johann, and I believe Camilla is the title that goes is either duchy or I actually almost think princess. I'm not sure,
Hmm.
which is weird because they're not princesses, and yet,
Yeah, and yet,
and yet that one always throws me.
and I think Jeanette's like, I do not know much about how the Lord and Lady's world works, but if gossip and what people say is important, couldn't Camilla and Johann say something to support them both?
I
Maybe
mean,
make up a different story?
that's
Would that be enough?
that's entirely possible. It would be one side of gossip against the other, and I know. Well, I keep calling her Camilla this Dutch black mom, but uh, she might not be her parents, but I imagine her word would have considerable weight, and I know
Hmm.
Sir Johann would. I mean, it, he's not as high as the Lord and Lady, but that doesn't mean his word would mean less in the pool of things. It would certainly be enough to get something started.
Hmm.
What what would they even say though? Like, oh,
I do not know. I'm not very good at making up stories.
kind of wonder if we should ask Guy about that, considering all the tall tales he seems to come up with.
Yes, Guy is very good at telling funny stories. I like that about him.
Are are you not mad at him no more?
Do not think so. I was at first, but he is more respectful of my personal boundaries than I was expecting. That second night when he said he wasn't going to take my handkerchief, he said that what I wanted that was important. And I appreciated that. Not a lot of people treat nobodies that way,
Pepper nods at this.
especially
Go ahead.
especially when you are a misprint.
Pepper nods at this and kind of looks into her coffee again. That's kind of one of the reasons I ended up staying here for so long. I I know they yell a lot, but How often do you have employees, like you said, especially for misprints, where they make sure you take your breaks and have breakfast and everything, and even if they're loud about it, I've always gotten breakfast, I've always gotten lunch and dinner, and there's food there if I ever want it, and I have that nice room and everything, and it's nicer than I ever had at No Man's, and I have to ask to work overtime if I need to do something. Lady Flora always says it can wait, and I have to convince her if it's important enough to go over. And then I get paid overtime, so.
They respect you. And
They do.
Jeanette sounds kind of surprised at that, but like pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, well, as Jeanette remembers, it's like the second Briar was done with his, arm wrestling thing the last night, he immediately told Jeanette to go on break. Angrily so,
Yes.
but still like, you go on break!
Yeah. I think Jeanette takes another sip of her coffee, and it's like, sometimes when I try to express myself, I do not always. I'm not always able to express myself in a way that people understand what I mean. I think I am just now realizing the Lord and Lady are similar. I did not think they were very nice to you, but it sounds like they are very kind to you, Pepper. Or at least nicer than I was expecting. And you seem to appreciate them.
Pepper nods. It sure beats getting to wear nothing but black and white and No Man's and getting stuck behind a desk and mountains of paperwork and nobody really seeming to care. I mean, a black and white shirt's fine and all if that's what you want to wear, but she like kind of looks down at her very nice shirt and everything and smooths a hand over it. I can't imagine buying something like this in No Man's and getting to wear it to work. Or, you say it's changed and all, but I thought I was gonna get yelled at when I wore this to work, and all Flora said was I'd misbuttoned my shirt a little bit and let me know to fix it, and that's all she said about that, and it was nice, I guess, and I don't know if I want to stay or go. I mean, it's scary. I lost my memories and everything, but doesn't it feel like something's missing? Like, not just my memories, but like if they're, I feel, Jeanette, I feel like I'm missing something important. Like there's this piece of the puzzle I don't have, and I don't want know what goes there.
Jenna just kind of just squeezes Pepper's hand. It's like, I don't know. I'm sorry that this is happening and that you are sad, but I want to help. I want to help you find the missing pieces. I want you to be happy, Pepper. I want you to be safe. You deserve to be happy and safe.
Oh, well, if I deserve all that, then I'd rightly say you do too. And I don't know what I could do to help you out, or but she squeezes your hand. She's like, I know I want to. You gotta be the nicest nobody I've ever had the pleasure of meeting.
It's funny. I was going to say the same thing about you.
She gives a small laugh at that. I don't know. You sure? We technically didn't get to meet Bob, but we did talk to him over the stanty speaky.
I believe it is a tie then between Bob and you.
Do you want to roll an insight?
Absolutely. That's an 11 plus 1.
Oh, trust me, the bar was low. She wasn't trying to hide it very well, and her deception's not that good. But she's just like, she just looks so happy at that. She just looks so touched. She's like, oh, she's tied with Bob Revolutionary. Oh,
yes, she is tied with Bob Revolutionary.
she just seems to glow at that, and she just like squeezes Jeanette's hand with both of hers, and she's like, you know what? I think whatever it is we figure out to do and we ask the others about, I I think we I think we I think maybe we can fix it somehow because it's just part of me thinks it just plumb ain't fair. You know? Not just my memories, but after all that work and having it all go nice and then it all goes so wrong, that's that's not fair, is it?
No, do not think it is.
And who better to fix something like that than a pair of nobodies, I think.
I agree. We are very good at management.
We are.
I think we can manage something.
That's right. I think we could oh, I just hang on. I'm going to roll history for real quick.
Oh?
7. Okay, I think 11. I'm going to say 11 is enough. Jeanette, I'm afraid I just realized something.
Oh? What did you realize?
We did not plan anything for the party on the third day.
Oh. Oh dear.
We have no orders coming in. We have no flowers coming in. Maybe we should finish up our breakfast and then go find the others.
I would agree. Oh dear. And I think like Jeanette is like downs the rest of her Tabasco coffee. And it's like
I think they both do. They like both knock back their coffees, like slam down the cups, and then just shove the rest of their breakfast in their mouths.
Yes, and they are running out the door. Like,
They're running out the door.
I believe we can make a couple of different. We can create a couple different ideas as we walk, and then we can discuss the ideas with the rest of with the others. Perhaps we can come up with a suitable game plan.
Oh, I quite like that. I think the games went pretty well last night, so I think a game plan to take care of the game plan. Yes, I think that's a good idea, and I think we should go. Let's think of some ideas as we go.
I agree. And they walk.
They run out. They run out. Yes.
God. I do want to. Oh, can I say one little thing before we sign out?
Absolutely, yes.
I think as Jeanette and Pepper are walking back, perhaps hand in hand, who knows? Jeanette realizes. I think Jeanette realizes that like her clover is showing, and she just kind of looks down at her clover, and looks up at Pepper, and smiles like, oh, she feels safe.
Oh, it's so soft.
Oh, them both so soft.
Babies.
They're beans. They're peas in a pod.
Peas in a pod. Okay, I'm going to end the recording. Thank you, everybody, for listening in, and thank you for listening in the future. I hope you all enjoyed this and have a good time zone. Bye!